Okay, perfect. Finally. Um, so mastering meta ads. And when you look at when you're doing meta ads, where do you start? It should start from a brief. And what's the final stage cycle of running an ad? It's tracking and checking. What did I achieve the objective that I set it? That's very important, and that's why for me this was very important, from brief to performance tracking, even when we were thinking of just coming up, with this presentation. Okay, for me, and what we do, we are Ndovesha, and what we do is we create marketing solutions for businesses, especially SMEs in Kenya, because that's the biggest percentage of businesses in Kenya, and they run our economy. And then Robert, Robic, digital creatives, we've known each other for quite some time now, and we were like, we can combine efforts and just get this value out there, and we can enable SMEs, because that's the vision we have for Kenya and Africa in general. I think this is a problem that cuts across. So for this session, it's introduction to Meta, the things that we'll be covering, how to to create high converting ad briefs, creating scroll stopping ad creatives, campaign setup and audience targeting, and then tracking and performance. And then definitely we'll have a Q&A, because I know our audience today is very dynamic. And this session, we hope that you'll be able to master running meta ads at whatever scale. You could be an individual who is building your personal brand and pushing your own product. I think it doesn't matter these days. Having a business is like everybody is a business in real sense. So feel welcome. I think we'll try to take care of everybody, small, big, and all that. So the key things that we will cover in this session is strategic brief development, creative excellence, campaign setup and targeting, and performance tracking and optimization. So if you're to view, running ads, it's not even just Meta, Google, all these other platforms. You have to come up with a brief first, and the brief is about defining your objectives, target audience, key messaging, and all that. I think we're very impulsive when we run our ads. We just tend to, okay, you boost you boost, and you get, like, it's very casual. I think that it's very scientific when it comes to running ads that can actually, you get an ROI from. Creative excellence. Now, even before AI came out, machine learning was already a big thing, and that's how our social media algorithms have been running. And over time, really, especially for Meta, the segmenting, audience in very narrow, just go target parents who do this and this, was working initially, the old form. But over time, it's your creative that really does the magic. It's not even like how much you really configure some of these things, but if your creative is very magical, it really just does, work properly and bring you clients. Because at the end of the day, when you think about marketing, people buy when they are triggered emotionally. You trigger their desires, you trigger their fears. You just have to trigger an emotion in them, which makes what you're selling urgent to them. Campaign setup and targeting. I don't think I've used Meta ads for a very long time. I don't. The setup really changes so much. They've not really. They normally do small changes here and there, but I mean, it normally doesn't change that much when you think about it. So I don't think that's a big deal, but getting around the whole dashboard really takes time to really familiarize with it, because it has sometimes a lot of features which makes you feel bloated, and sometimes you don't even need to use them. So this is myself, Robert Nduati. We also have some surprises. We have other members of both teams who will show us something at the tail end of it. So stick around, and then we will surprise you with a few things at the end. I think somebody else will also show you something magical. So when it comes to meta ads, Robert, will you take us through the briefing, how to come up with a good brief, or do you also want me to do that? Robert, are you still there? I think Robert actually got kicked out because of our link is full. But anyway, let me just go straight to it and how to come up with a brief. And I use a tool here. It's called Ndovesha.ai. You can do this with me as I do it. So just a minute, I share my screen. So let me share my screen so that we go through it together. So there's this tool. It has both, because we are in the age of AI, and that's, I mean, if you're not using AI in your marketing workflow, you're getting left behind. So we will definitely be using AI to do most of this. We said it's 4 things. So first, we want to create a brief. And I will assume we want Kenya. There's a lot of real estate companies. Those who live in rural, no, generally they just a lot. We are a developing country, so we do. So today, we'll take a hypothetical real estate brand and we try to push it. We try to create an ad for it. So first, we will need a brief. So I'll go here. I'll need to create a prompt that generates so there are people joining. I don't think I'll be able to add them. For me, I want to focus on this because I'm the admin right now. But Lawrence, you can see how you sort them out. So I want to create a brief. So there's a marketing brief here that I want, a brief generator. So I want a brief basically. So I come here, I pick this. So I want to. Okay, sorry, I think I had not switched my screen. So here, I think you can see after I log in, I come here, I pick my prompt generator. So I'll use this brief one. So if you want to follow with me, you can go to Ndovesha.ai and sign up and we can probably. So I'll say we are creating. Let's market it. I think there's Northlands. It's the newest in town, and so we have we want to create a brief title, making an ad Northland City. So what is it called? Is it rent to own or whatever? 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms, rent to own. I'm not sure it's rent to own, but I mean, let me just that rent to own houses. Project initiative, we want to get leads from this ad. And then owner of the department, I just say Joseph. Industry sector, real estate. And then region market. I think for Northlands, you're targeting, or is it Kenyans mostly, or we could say, yeah, let's just say Kenyans in general, generally high income, we could say that. Generally high income. Deadline date, we could say we want to run it when by 6th of February 2026. Brand guidelines, I don't think we really need that. So just any other, I don't think we really have that much. So objectives. So support growth, which is really background and all this. So deliverables, give me deliverables, problem statement, background context. risks and mitigations, timelines, budget, constraint, goals, from style, from because a brief you need to share with your team and other stakeholders for budgets to be released and all that. Client-centric, visual formatting, clean, simple, table. I could say clean, simple, don't maybe just table for clarity, generate prompt, copy it, and then we can go to ChatGPT, share this tab instead. Then we gives us, hope you can see my screen. So give us a brief. So you can see it's giving us what our whole really things that we really need to consider when running an ad. What is it? Is it lead generation? Definitely with real estate, you want to generate leads where your sales team can now talk to them and start the whole sales process, because real estate is a high ticket. One sale probably will take, if it's very quick, it's probably 3 months. Most sales will take 6 months. This is a decision. It's a family making decision. So you have to ask all those questions when you're really launching your ad. How do your target audience really make the decision to buy this product? And that's what that goes into the brief. You sit down and you map your customer journey. That's very important. Do they have the budget to buy these? And that's why you hear a lot, these consumer products. There's, like the way I buy my salt for this house and the way I buy a house, it's very different. Number two, it changes over time. So it has given me several briefs. Then I can choose which one really is good, which is. So of course we are challenges: capturing premium buyer demand efficiently, key stakeholders, northern sales and marketing, audience executives, entrepreneurs and diaspora, attract premium leads, income, verify strong, deliverable, premium ad creative, copy emphasizing lifestyle and value, lead tracking. So copy, this is where and ad creatives, So we are emphasizing of lifestyle and value. So then our ad has to trigger that. As we said, an ad should trigger emotions. Is it desire? Is it fear? Is it trauma? Some products sell trauma. Like if you're selling therapy, probably you need to trigger people, and then you show them then how you can solve that. So success metrics with qualification. So let's go now to creating the ad. As I said, for me, Ndovesha has been what we really been using. So I'll go to the agents, back to the agent. As you can see, I'm here on the prompt now. I'll go to the agent. So I will pick ad image, creator. So, and then I'll tell it, create for me, hi, converting ad image on Northlands City. Is real estate. Real estate company selling premium houses, 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms. That's just enough. Maybe I give it colors. You can definitely set your brand guidelines, but for this one, I just give it colors. I think it should be something like colors is green, and which is the other one? I don't know their colors, but I'll just pick randomly. It could be green and brown. I think should be earth colors. And then font, I can say Ubuntu. Uh-huh. So let's see. So we just want some value, premium value being communicated, and let's see. As it generates, let me see if I can admit a few people. I hope I'll be able to admit Robert back.
Hello, you can hear me? Yes, I'm still there. I was a little while this people wamekuwa wengi and I didn't have enough position for myself.
We'll do another one next week where we will be fully, we will have
Yes,
maybe a 1,000 limit one, like the unlimited one. Yeah, so
exactly. So I am really sorry, people, because I didn't expect this number to be this big as the first webinar. But well, we'll still go ahead.
okay, here is my ad creative. Discover your dream home. 2 and 3 bedroom luxury residences. Limited availability. Explore now. You can rate my creative on the on the chart, but this is what it has given us. I think it's really tried to mix up the colors and give to make it also the image to be premium. So I'll download it. And then I'll take it to Meta now to set it up. And then I think I'll also create a caption for it. So let's see. I'll create a, a caption for a Meta ad selling premium houses in Netherlands. Netherlands, we are trying to market you. Don't my typing there. I hope it gets what I'm trying to tell it. It really messed up the type. Okay, ready to elevate your living experience. Tell us what your dream looks like in the. Okay, this is okay. Given me from breathtaking views. Netherlands City offers premium. I think this is a good one. Dreaming of a perfect home. Discover. Okay, good. We have. I can go up with this. So now let's go to Meta and set our ad. Just okay now. And I started this really messed my. But anyway, let me, because I know Meta is very bloated when it comes to their features. So we will start from basics when to access on how to set up, how to go about this. So let me open my Facebook, just my Facebook profile, and then okay, here we are. So this is my profile. So you're here and you want to now go set up your ad. I mean, I have my pages here, and let's say I'll go to, let's say, Ndovesha. So it tells me, because I'm assuming here we are all beginners. It's not the geeks who can go direct to Meta tools and just do things there. So then it tells me switch. So I switch to the page. So how Meta works is it has several layers. So you start from a profile, you go to a page. From the page, you go to MetaSuite, and from MetaSuite, you go to business account. So we have moved from a profile. Now we are on a page, on our page. Now I want us to go to MetaSuite. So that opens me on a new tab. So let me share that tab instead. So I want us to go, because this is where now, most people get lost and all that kind of stuff. So now I'm on MetaSuite. So you see my features have increased. So every layer you go, you unlock new features, and it's complexity, of course. And that's why Meta is a whole industry of agencies that run these things on behalf of businesses, because it's a whole ecosystem on its own. Now I'm here. So this is where you can manage even your content. It's normal, it's still tied to the page in a big way, but now we want to set up, and there's even option for setting up ads in a basic way. But you don't want to set up your ads in a basic way. You want to set them up in a more advanced manner. Which tool do you use? Use this tool, Ads Manager. So let me click Ads Manager. It gives me a few options. It tells me account overview, campaigns. So let's go to campaigns. Again, it opens in a new tab. So you can see how it keeps redirecting me. It's not opening in the same place because of how, I have, has a lot of features. So I have a lot of, and as you can see now, things really change quite a bit. And now I have, you can see here, there's something called business portfolios. Now you can see I have clients, business managers. So we have a profile, a page, a suit, and we have a business portfolio, because Meta in itself also knows it's agencies that will be helping businesses run ads, but also in its own, a business can run. I have a lot of accounts here, but let me just pick whichever. We can demo using whichever account, and let me see which one I pick. Let's see, there was Dovo Solutions. I don't think we've used this in a long time, but I know probably can. I can just use this one to set things up. So it will load Ads Manager. Now, as you can see, it has not really redirected me. And I'm here. So you can see this is another whole view. We've had a couple of different dashboards and interfaces, and I come here. So it has a couple of features. I think the key ones, I'll go through the key ones. You can see there's a create. This is where we start to create our ad and our campaign for that matter. But you also have billings and payments. You also have events manager. If you're running any ad going to the website, Meta forces you to configure, to put a pixel, a script that now your website and Meta can communicate, so that it's able to optimize your ads better. There's audiences because of retargeting, and then, as we had said, tracking and reporting. Now they also have some bit of basic, but you really need to still crunch data there. But anyway, for today, it's mostly setting up and just understanding. So as you can see, when it comes to marketing, you have we normally have three stages. There's awareness, there's engagement, and there's conversion. So I would say this one, and even this one, these three are mostly within the conversion. Awareness and traffic are around awareness, and then we have the engagement itself, which also probably can go with traffic a little bit. So these are the main objectives that it gives you, but in general, you only, the bigger classification is the awareness, engagement, and conversion. Now only that because of the platforms, and you can see it's quite repetitive, because if you go to sales, there's Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, there's conversion, there's catalog sales, app installs. App installs, you have to put in a pixel again. And this is where I see a lot of people struggle, because now you have a person who developed your app, they have to add a script from Meta for your app to be able to communicate with Meta. And now, because now a lot of people start getting involved, it starts breaking. But anyway, for today, let's say we want WhatsApp leads for our business, which is a real estate business. You want people just to WhatsApp and that kind of stuff. But maybe you also do a lead form. Leads form are very good, because you give questions that people can answer, and then people answer questions, so you're able to qualify your leads better. WhatsApp doesn't come out very clearly, but WhatsApp, it's very powerful also. So WhatsApp sometimes works very well with products for 2K, 5K, because those ones don't need a lot of qualification. But for real estate, you probably need a lead ad, but you can still run WhatsApp ads. So today, let's just do WhatsApp, because leads now need setting up a lead form, which again, that's another whole step probably I will need to show. But because I know we really behind time, let me just go do today. Let me do WhatsApp. We will do lead form in the next one. So sales, and the pick, I click continue. And then it opens. This is another window. So you have seen, now we have a campaign view, we have an ad set view, and then we have a sales, an ad view. So we have a campaign view, ad set view, and an ad view. I hope we are together. So for campaign, you don't put a lot of things. You give it a name. Let's just say, test zero. That's a campaign name. You can give it whichever name. And then, as we said, we selected our campaign objectives. It's already marked that. Then, do you want your budget at campaign level? What happens? A campaign can hold many ad sets, and many ad sets can hold many ads. I hope we are together there. So we could set our campaign at budget. So if we set it at campaign, budget at campaign level, then all our ad sets can consume that budget. If we set it at ad set level, then it means only the ads within that ad set will consume that budget. So you can have many ad sets and each ad set consumes that budget. So I think let's just do it at ad set level. I don't think we don't need to touch anything. I don't think we have special categories, which is things like, elections, social issues, housing, kind of stuff. So, and then we can still name this test zero, because you also want, let's say if you have a lot of ads, you need names that you can track very easily to know this was for this ad. So I think the naming needs to be consistent. And then you select your conversion. Where are your people going? Is it, so we can see, so for me, it's telling me what it's an app. It's not giving me messaging apps. No Meta sometimes decides to be crazy. So it's giving me website, app, and website only, and app. But anyway, whichever. Let's then pick website. No worries. You can also pick. I also so called. I don't know why it's mixing them up. But you can also have single, which is app and whatever. So let's see. It should be. I don't think app is just very different. That's why the installs should be under the app installations, which should be a bit separate. So let's see, and it's just so okay. It's really, sometimes these dashboards, they update things and gets messed up, but they correct it anyway. But let's go. I think I'll just pick website because I know that's much easier. I don't want us to get confused, to go to a lot of complexity for now. Anyway, I'll show you another ad account which I know will probably not get mixed up. We picked website. We want to take maybe people to the website. All things happen here now. So you see, as I said, you will need a pixel. There's a pixel here we had installed when we were running ads for this, and then we tell you to pick a conversion event, which is add payment info, add to cart, complete registration. There are so many of them. If, let's say, for example, it's an e-commerce website, then you can even configure to track a purchase. So when you're running your ad, you're able to know every sale that came from this ad, especially for a proper done e-commerce website where people can actually check out. So that can be done. So for now, this is for demo purposes. So let me just pick that. Of course, it will just show here because the events are not active. Cost per goal, don't touch here. As I say, the thing with this thing has a lot of settings which most of the time you don't need to touch, depending. So the experience is really knowing what to touch and what not to touch. So we can give it, this is very flexible. You can, I think the budget goes as low as around 130 bob. It's like $1. Yeah, you can even 30 bob. It can take a lot also. So you can play around. So, and that's the good thing with these digital ads. They are very flexible, but I don't think you can take less than, I think, yeah. So you see, it starts at least 120. That's ranges from where the dollar is, but I think it's been 120 for a very long time. Then you set the date, again, audience, your audience you set here. As we said, these days your creative is really an important one. And Meta has always encouraged broad audience. At some point when the algos became very intelligent, they launch your ad, they see who is clicking, and then they start building your audience around people interacting with your ad. Not generally until you configured your audience. No, they pick it real time and they build your intent around, depending on who is this clicking, then it will know these are the type of people, and it keeps trying to match the correct people. So your creative is really the deal breaker most of the time in most of these things. So you need a good creative. So Kenya, of course, that's where we want our audience terms of reach. So don't even do these more controls. It's not really that important. Kenya, they offer a few more controls, which is age and all that. But I don't think there's a kid who will interact with like such kind of an ad. So you just let it. The algo will do its thing. Placement, you don't need to touch because you need them to show everywhere on the feed, on Messenger, everywhere on Instagram and all parts of Instagram. So this placement is about that. And then you go next. Again, you can still name your ad test 0. But if you start accumulating your ad set and whatever, you now need to name ad set, and an ad, you need to just know how to page. It gives you the option to select the page. So every page that you want to admin, it will come here. So that's pretty much, if you've connected Instagram, it picks it. Threads now, it picks it. It is interconnected, everything. So once you connect up things, it's there's a whole now where you connect also your pages to each other. I think that should not be very hard. And then now you come here. This is where you set up your creative. It could be a single image or a carousel, single image or video, or a carousel means it's more images or many videos. These days they introduced more, collection and all that. But most of the time you're either doing image or images or video or videos. And then you leave this on multiple because you want it to, and then destination is where. Then there is now setting up your creative. Just come here, you upload your image. We had our image. So I'll just upload it, and then I think I downloaded it. It is I pick it. A lot of some images here. So again, when you come here, you see original. You see this one is not cropped out anywhere. So you see this one, it's saying recommended and then crops out. So you change it to original where it doesn't, crop it out. Ignore the warning. Even here you go to original so that it doesn't crop it out. So this is for the small places like Messenger. Yeah, so all this is depending on where it will show. That's what. So there's the square, the vertical, and the horizontal. Then now you put your caption that you created, and then you can do a headline too. These days, of course, they've also introduced the AI is here, but let's see. They are trying to recommend to us various. I think we can just pick them, even the headlines. So it's just done as the so, and then we full image. What is saying here? They've been okay. Especially with all of the images we saw. So product generate. I don't think we need to generate images really. So we can just proceed. Let's see how it's gonna. They'll give us previews. But again, they keep introducing. Now with AI, you can see they're also experimenting a lot of things with AI there as you're setting up. Probably we needed to test, see, but I don't think sometimes you put that into, they just mess up your ad sometimes. So the primary text again comes here. So normally the caption in meta in ads, it's normally called primary text, and you can put several of them. Again, it has picked, it was telling us to really do. I don't know if it's picked our headlines. So let's see, apply the 5. I think I have applied. It should preview here, but sometimes because of that, we'll just need to add them on the manual part. So let me just cut them and put here manually. If the AI is still, uh, when it comes to these platforms, because they are very big, their implementation of AI becomes scale. So just pick these a few here. And why is not good? Okay. Let's see if the preview changes, because when you put a headline, your preview, it should come here. So you see it comes here. So it gives you a preview of how the ad will look like. And if everything is good now, you just publish and then you wait. So I'll not publish because anyway, this is for test. And normally, because we also said about tracking. So what happens after it starts running, you will now see how your ad is performing, impressions, CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions, reach, frequency, link clicks. This is because this was, I don't know why they didn't show the WhatsApp, but I'll try to show you to pick another account and see. Sometimes they just display different things for different accounts. So I can just switch. Yeah, but now you're tracking here. What happens is you don't need to track every other metric. For example, if you're doing WhatsApp ads and I mean, you're after leads. So the only thing you really need to track is the number of leads and the cost per lead. Everything else is vanity metrics. So I have 100 leads and maybe one lead is coming at 100. So that's 10,000 Kenya shillings. So, and then from there, you'll be like, out of the 100 leads, how many are actually quality? How many can look like they can buy in the next 3? So you see, that's how you map out your sales funnel now. You're able also to see how much, if you want 1,000 leads, how much do we need to spend? You understand? And then can we project how many customers we will get then from these? So it's a whole, it's very collaborative because I would imagine that's a very scaled up setup. I don't think one person handles all those leads. Now you need a team to handle them. So do they understand your product deeply? Do they understand the unique value proposition? Because you'll find one person knows what to do, the other person doesn't, and all those dynamics kick in. And so you realize ads don't just fail because of one thing. So you can imagine all these moving parts from briefing to creative to setting up to leads coming to salespeople following up, and closing them. It's not closing in a day. Some clients take time to you get. So it's a whole. It's a, I would call it what it's we normally think ads as I launch them today and tomorrow I'm making money. Number two, maybe the issue was the creative. So we all need to really be very keen and understand if it's they're not working after 1 week or 2 weeks as we had expected, where is the problem? Now, just maybe to really make it very simple for us. So if we've succeeded at bringing signups, the leads, then it means we've done everything correctly from briefing and whatever. So then if the sales are, then it means there's something broken here. So it's always one stage when it breaks up, moving forward becomes nothing you will achieve on that, like on that customer journey breaks there. So if we do a bad ad creative, then it means we will not even get leads. So it means we need to correct the ad creative. If we get the leads, then it means the ad creative actually worked. Only that now maybe the person handling the leads doesn't understand the product or doesn't know how to talk to people. So when you are, because you will never launch an ad with just you start killing it. I mean, it happens in some instances, but for most part, you will probably first, you'll need to iterate before everything. And as you're saying, it can break at the most unexpected part. But anyway, let me show WhatsApp. It's part of, because I know that's what I really wanted to. I know a lot of us maybe have been boosting, but I know this sounds, probably this is an overkill, looks like it's a lot, probably it's a bit, it's complex and all that. And that's why people like Robert and ourselves exist to really, bridge the gap. And that's why we are building. So you normally WhatsApp ads under sales, and I hope this account will work okay. I just want to show that. So so if you come here, so if I go to ad set, oh, it's already at ad set. Yeah, you see message destinations. So I don't know why the other account wasn't showing them. So it's showing message destinations. It's picked that already. And so you pick your page and whatever. And yeah, so for message destinations, it's Messenger, it's inbox, and then you have WhatsApp. And then you'll pick, are you maximizing conversations or conversions? You can pick whichever. I think they both work okay, these ones, but don't do clicks. If you're really looking for sales, I don't think you're really doing clicks. Clicks is good for awareness or maximize daily, but you can do testing. You know, like this thing is with marketing is you can just be curious and just test. Probably that. So as you see, there's a lot of things that can make. So sometimes maybe you'll say it's, but I don't think that would it would just mean it's some other problem. I don't think really which you pick there. Most of them probably would work okay. Yeah. So basically, that's my presentation. I hope there's so much under methods, especially when you check here. Let me just select this so that it's here. There's so many things you can run under meta leads. You have to make what they are calling an instant form. You could even run an instant form alongside a website. You could even run an instant form alongside Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp. So it's a lot of moving things, and you have to know which is the optimal way to go. For me, I would encourage when it's pick one. If it's WhatsApp, stick first, just do WhatsApp. Stop mixing it up with Messenger, Instagram. If you go Messenger, focus on Messenger. If it's instant form, just focus on instant form. You know, yeah. So that's best practice. Some of the again, they're setting up things like pixels, so it gets technical at some point, and that's another thing some clients don't appreciate, or maybe people who are marketing for you don't understand. So all those are bottlenecks that could actually make you not get, succeed at it. But I think I don't wanna. I hope I've tried to really go quickly so that, because I know we really wasted, not really wasting, these things happen. We had some challenges when we started, but I think back to Robert. I think we can pick questions, answers, and Dan. I think Duncan will tell us what he has in store for us.
So that's just an overview of meta ads from Mr. Joseph, and I'm really sorry because I'm getting a lot of DMs. I don't know what's happening the other side of the meeting, but we'll still go on. So if you have a question, my moderator, you can allow someone to ask a question and Joseph will respond.
So I see Joseph as a question.
Yes.
There are many actually. In the chat, I see
Yes,
a couple.
yes.
So let me pick a link from the bottom for Joseph Mojidi. For WhatsApp ads for sales, is there a difference in results between running the ad from this meta place compared to doing it directly on WhatsApp? Yeah, exactly, Joseph. Ads manager gives better results anytime, rather than running it on WhatsApp, and it's very WhatsApp running from WhatsApp. I think it's very limiting. You know, so yeah, and I mean we discourage boosting and all that because it's a very you can imagine when Meta built Ads Manager, which is a very detailed application, there's what they had in mind. The capabilities, giving you more capabilities to, to scale your ads, because there's something called scaling ads. So yeah, I think you can try doing it on a ads manager and see the difference. As we say in marketing, the rule is testing. You test. Maybe the ad WhatsApp ones could work, the ads manager one, but I mean, I will probably be around 90% probability that the ads manager ones will do better. Hmm. Channels we can use. Robert, I think you can probably pull some of the channels you use and you can sharing. Can you touch an app briefly? Remy, I think we'll do another webinar for doing app installs types of ads, because that's a bit technical, because you'll need to install a pixel. Bear with us, but definitely that's something we would definitely be very happy to showcase. Share your contacts. Okay, I'll share my email and my phone number. So that's my phone number. You can WhatsApp me. When you want to get more leads, what's the recommended number of days to run ads? I don't think there is recommended days. I think it's just you. What budget do you have? Then launch an ad, test how it's performing. Test the budget you've put, the cost of every lead, and then ask yourself, are they, launch small, and then just see how everything is. It the leads quality, can I scale this up? That's it. And then from there you will just see how it's mathing up. So I don't think really there's a recommended number of days, because with ads is, but I know they did some updates recently. Probably you will need to give it like 72 hours before you really conclude it's not working. Initially you could get very good results even in less than 24 hours. These days ads are taking more time to really you start for them to pick. So yeah, great info. I think when you run from, you don't get opportunity to set a goal, you end up with hundreds of messages with no sales. Yeah, I think Kevin is saying it. So Joseph, I think somebody's affirming what I've said. What do we do with the brief created? The brief is just to, it's a stage where you ask the hard questions, because I know we all don't want to ask the hard questions, and we assume that I will launch this ad and then I'll be laughing all the way to the bank. That's what we assume for most of the part. And then you get shocked, and all those leads came and nothing. There's no sales. Can I do Meta ads if I don't have a Facebook account? No, you have to have a Facebook account. That's how they have set things up. Recording will be there. Joseph, I know you had asked for my Twitter handle. I've shared it there, and I'm not active there. I'm more active on LinkedIn, but I would want to get now on Twitter and X, because now I see there's a whole big community there. I'm going up to see the initial questions. Why do we need Ndovesha when you can do this in any LM? So what's the value add? Value add is okay. I'll just be very why when you think about AI, it's prompting all the way. It's prompt engineering at work. So, and a general LLM, what it does, it just gives you an engine which you now have to tell it. You have to give it a lot of instructions for this. I think you've all seen these big prompts which people share online, that this is the prompt that does the work. Now, an agent, especially an agent that you've put constraints, it means if it's an ad agent, then it already knows an ad should have this type of copywriting. It should factor in emotions like FOMO, fear of missing out, and all those things. So it knows that an ad should have this type of copywriting. It should factor in emotions like FOMO, fear of missing out, and all those things. So it knows that an ad should have this type of copywriting. It should factor in emotions like FOMO, fear of missing out, and all those things. the marketing angles. So we've already configured that. So you will not keep on telling it, change this part, you didn't get this correct. Configured the sizing already, like for Meta, it's 1080 times 1080, so it will give you that. You can set, again, we've added, you can set your brand guidelines, and anytime you're generating the image, it already knows the color. So and I think that's with AI, that's where it's like saying, why do I need Casa to program when there's an LLM? Casa now gives you understands the workflow of programming, and then they are giving you that. So it's not an issue of you can create the ad in LLM, but you can create a more restrained environment where it just knows it's dealing with an ad image, and there's a whole framework that goes into an ad image. So it takes care of that. But with an LLM, it will ask you, which is this and this, and then you will go with it all the way. So I think if you really want, do this faster, more professional, get results quickly, then you probably would need a more customized, AI agent. And I think that's the crop we've seen with Kinalavabos and all these. And we were like, we can build something locally that can provide these capabilities, because an LLM will not even give you a URL for a landing, or it will not even patch it up. It will just give you the code and maybe a preview, and that's about it. Yeah, so and we feel like that's the opportunity in AI. It's building applications on top of it, which are way, way more specialized, because I don't think these LLMs, they will not focus on very specialized workflows. But if you're a techie, I think, probably you can get it better. But for most people, I don't think they even want that headache, So does Explore now end up being a link? Okay, I don't know. Kelvin, what did you mean with that? All right, we go down. I think those ones using Asia. Yeah, Ronald Makori, yeah, it's our startup, and we were like, we can also help in showcasing it in this presentation and what it can do. Just try it out. We have, just and give honest feedback. So can I do? I think I answered that. Thank you for the session. What type of chat should I set up to run on both IG, WhatsApp, Messenger? I find restrictions depending on content. Which type of content should I set up to run on both? I mean, I think I could do image ad, video ad. I think they all images do very well with Meta, but also ads are good because video ads have better recall. I think we remember but with videos you have to really get it right. I think an image is much easier to get it right because it's one, like but video, you have to storytell for, let's say, 15 seconds. You really want those 15 seconds to really just be very catchy. So, for an image, it's like you're optimizing for 1 second. Again, it means for a video, if you manage to get somebody's attention, then you can communicate deeper. It means probably the person will know more by the time they are taking the next step. For an image, they might not know much. So the disadvantage of images is they will ask so many questions when you start talking to them. Yeah, but for a video, maybe you can answer more questions to the potential customer before they chat with you. So it just depends and all that. But images do well with Meta, so it's just testing. But as we say again, test image, test video, whichever. Can you help recover FB account? What's the issue? I think FB accounts, just find somebody who put a card and then the ads ran continuously. They have a bill of $2,000. Like, I think their solution is just to, or recovering. I don't know, but recovering. Or was it hacked? I know that's quite something. I think we've had such issues before with some of our clients. You need a personal FB account, or you can launch your ads by creating a new. You just need your personal account, but then create a page, and then the page comes with all the other features, the meta suite and the ads manager and what have you. What if it's for a client? Do I need my own account or the client needs to give me access? The client, they can invite you to their page as an admin, and then you will access, you'll be able to sew them up. But if you're a geek like us, you can, you don't even deal with the page now. You deal with the portfolio, business account. You can now go full blown to the professional tools, and you actually just need to invite, they just need to invite you to their business account, and that's it. You will have access to even the page and everything. So I think then you need to master a little bit more business MetaSuite, Ads Manager, and business portfolio. I think we have a big number who are new to this and are not familiar with Meta Ads and Ads Manager. We can start from scratch, creating a page. Okay, that's a good idea. And that's why even when I started, I just started from I explained the layers. So now I think we can showcase creating a page, creating a business, an ads manager, loading, putting cards, putting billing, because I know that's also a big problem with a lot of people. So yeah, I think definitely this. I think we will definitely be I hope we can do this weekly, probably, and then just see how quickly we can upskill everybody and come to speed with Meta Ads. And we've not even touched Google Ads for this man. And I know there's also people interested with that, but I know Meta Ads is very wide. So I think we will focus on Meta Ads for now until we get, at least people can come with testimony that they ran and they got some sales. Yeah, I think I've finished the questions. Dan, maybe you can. I changed my phone and forgot password. Okay. You can recover through email, Sheila. If you have, because I know it. Yeah, if it's just password, I think there's a way to recover that.
So I think Dan has been kicked out by the large number of users.
Okay, I think we can do that the next time. Today it was just a bit chaotic, so I think we can just wind up there.
Yeah, thank you guys for being around. Now, we had a bonus tool, but now whoever was to present has been kicked out by the number of people joining the meet. We have maximized our resources, and for the next meeting, maybe we'll have quite better infrastructure to accommodate everyone in need of knowing Meta Ads, Google Ads, and some basics of digital marketing. Yeah.
I think let me just sort Brandon, who is asking if a campaign is performing well, what's the safest way to scale budget without causing the algorithm to go back? So with budget, and this is a meeting I had with them a while back. So let's say you're doing 1,000 a day. So I don't think you will say that if you double, then it just, Meta is very delicate, by the way. You can just double budget and then it just resets everything. What's recommended at least from them, because there's a time I had a meeting with them, you increase very slowly. Like if it's 1,000, then you go to 1,100. After 1,100, it's going on, then you go to 1,150, 12. Like you have to really start the budget slowly and increase it slowly. If let's say you have a winning creative that is not, but with Meta is what you realize, you can have a creative which is winning and it's running for 3 weeks to 4 weeks and then it gets fatigued. Like that's very common in Meta where the creative gets fatigued. But if let's say it's not getting fatigued, it just keeps killing it, then you have to increase the budget slowly. Don't move from 1,000 to 2,000. It will just reset things up. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. All right, I think we can wind up there, Robert. So thank you so much from me, and I hope you got value. There's so much to talk about, but I mean, it's just today. So
let's guys meet in the next Webinar, thank you for showing up. My account was suspended, but I'll get back as soon as tomorrow. I don't know what's happening. They sent a reinstation email, but I'm not yet there. So I'll get back tomorrow with the different account.
So there's somebody insisting I haven't answered theirs. I have not seen it. Saying Ndovesha is expensive. We are coming up with great features, presentations. There's videos. There's just check it out properly because it's a lot of it's quite. I mean, way more features than that. But then we are still rolling out a lot other features in the pipeline. And it's just usage based. If you want whichever, just use it for. You can use whichever agent for whatever. Like as long as you just like you can use it for presentations, for whatever, for videos. It's just yeah. But it's just I would call it. It's very minimum viable product. It will be maturing. It will be just keep checking for updates. You're gonna see the whole picture. Don't judge it. It's too early. Ovela, I hope that makes sense. Where do we get other resources to use so that we can learn more? I would say what YouTube is still a very great. It's one of the biggest universities in the world. So if you just go there, ads managed, meta ads, I think you'll find a lot of people trying to teach them. But I think purpose maybe to attend the webinars. I think because what happens with YouTube sometimes it's people just who have edited the video. So sometimes it's very hard to follow up on a tutorial on YouTube because mtu lazima ifanye imepigwa for views in a way. So yeah, but here we'll number two on YouTube, somebody will not showcase all these objectives, how to set up WhatsApp and all that. So I think it's but also toy with it. I would say that's the best way to learn. Like I remember when I was starting, for me, yes, it can be very intimidating, but just toy around with it until you get so much used to it. That's the whole game. How do you get rights to run clients ad account? They just need to add you to the page as an admin, or get them to invite you to their business account. Yeah, the recording will be shared. Don't worry. Guys, also follow me on my X. I think now I'll need to be active there.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I'll be posting now. There are more. I think I've posted a few times here and there. Yeah. So, all right. I think we can adjourn there. I know questions can be many.
Yes,
will the recording be shared? I think on the channel.
Yes, I will share in the channel the recording. Also, for those who may need any assistance, any help, page setup, ad setup, and everything, you can reach out to me via my DM. I believe you all have my number from the channel. So, yeah, we can adjourn there and
email. I think I forgot it.
Yes, you can add in the.
I've added it. I've actually shared it.
Okay. So, guys, goodbye.
Goodbye. Good night. Stay safe.
Stay safe too.
Thanks, guys.
Karibu, John.
Thank you, guys. That was very enlightening.
Perfect.
Robert and Duncan, thank you very much. I wanted to find out when will be the next session.
The next session, I think we should have next week, same place, same time. Okay. Because now from the channel, I believe you people, we have business people, you have students, you have people getting from work, we have people who are stuck in traffic between now, the early hours, and I believe between 8 and 10 is the perfect time for you people to be in a virtual meet.
Shukran.